The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, heavyweight boxing talk, some interesting news coming out the heavyweight division. I haven't had a chance to touch on it yet, it's a couple days old, but Joseph Parker, New Zealand's very own, the fighting pride of New Zealand, he has made in my opinion, my humble opinion, a long overdue switch of his trainer. Kevin Berry. Let's give a round of applause to Kevin Berry. He trained Joseph Parker in the beginning of his career to the world title, and I think he's taken him as far as he could possibly take him, to be honest with you. And recently Joseph Parker just had that lackluster performance against Junior Fa, in which he did not look good, in which he did not impress, in which he left a lot to be desired. Again, that's been the story of Joseph Parker's career ever since he stepped up to championship level. He's always been leaving a lot to be desired. It's been a long time since we've seen Joseph Parker have a sensational performance like he did when he was a prospect. So we missed that Joseph Parker, and we want to see him back. And it's been reported that Joseph Parker has gotten rid of Kevin Berry. He's made a trainer switch, and he will now be training with Andy Lee. Yes, that Andy Lee, the former middleweight champion of the world, Andy Lee. Andy Lee, for those of you who don't know, we know him as a fighter. We know that he had that really good fight with Matthew Korbov. We remember he fought Peter Quillen and John Jackson and all these guys. But as far as his training resume, his resume as a trainer, his CV as a trainer, he's been the assistant trainer for a couple of notable names in boxing. People like Tyson Fury. And then he's the head trainer for guys like Paddy Donovan and Jason Quigley. So he's getting some good experience already in the corner, Andy Lee. And this one right here for Andy Lee, I think this will be his toughest task to date. Can he improve Joseph Parker? Can he get Joseph Parker to that point where when we talk about the top 3 to 5 heavyweights in the world, we talk about Joseph Parker's name? Because there was a time where he was that, but year after year after year, his name is just, I think he's fallen a spot or two down the heavyweight rankings every year for me. So with that being said, I've seen Andy Lee speak on boxing before. I watched his interviews. He had a fantastic career. He was trained by the late great Emanuel Steward. So there's that lineage, there's that pedigree, that knowledge that he got when he was a fighter that he's now imparting and passing down. That he now has a chance to impart and pass down to the fighters he trains. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Andy Lee does with Joseph Parker. And this gets me excited for Joseph Parker's career, because we know that now that he beat Junior Fa in the biggest fight in the history of New Zealand, they're saying May 1st, they're targeting a fight between Joseph Parker and Derek Chisora. And I think that's a very dangerous fight for Joseph Parker, because Derek Chisora has a lot of similarities we saw with Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte, physical, rugged guy. Derek Chisora, an even more physical and rugged guy. And Joseph Parker, while he has all the talent in the world, while he's one of the more talented heavyweights out there, he hasn't been able to put it together. And he's kind of like the in a sense, he's kind of like like James Harden but in boxing, or like just these fighters in boxing who have talent but don't have the fire in their belly, that mean streak to really go to the next level. I don't know if you could teach that. I don't know if you could teach that, but what you can teach and what you can refine is the habits of a fighter, is their tendencies in the ring. And Andy Lee, coming from the school of thought that he comes from with his boxing, coming from Emanuel Steward and Kronk, he's going to be telling Joseph Parker to do what he should be doing all the time with the kind of speed he possesses at heavyweight. When he puts his punches together as a combination puncher, I'm expecting to see a Joseph Parker that throws combinations, that shows off that speed, that goes in there to throw punches to hurt you, punches with bad intentions, grown man punches. And he better do that. He better learn how to do that and do that quickly, because I'm telling you right now, if he does not do that against Derek Chisora, and we get the Joseph Parker we saw in the Junior Fa fight, he is in big trouble. He is in big trouble, and he's gonna make an even bigger fall down the landscape in the heavyweight division. So, we'll see, man. Do I think Joseph Parker can become the best heavyweight in the world? No, I don't. I could be wrong. This is heavyweight boxing, and crazier things have happened. There's always that one punch factor in the heavyweight division. But, I just want to see Joseph Parker become the best Joseph Parker he can become. I've been covering Joseph Parker for years on this channel. I like Joseph Parker. I'm a fan of Joseph Parker, and I know that the Joseph Parker that I've seen in the Anthony Joshua fight and the Junior Fa fight and the Dillian White fight, all these different fights, that's not the guy that I know he can be. So you can't continue to do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. That's called insanity. He had Kevin Berry in his corner for a long, long time. Now he's decided to hook up with Andy Lee. And I think this is also good for him too, because Andy Lee, while he has Patty Donovan, he has Jason Quigley, he's the assistant trainer to Fury. I think Andy Lee, he's not like a big time trainer as of yet. So I feel like whatever knowledge and time he can give Joseph Parker, he's gonna give him that time. And that's the most important thing you can give anybody in this world, and especially in boxing when you're training a fighter, is not just your knowledge but your time. So we'll see how it develops. But that's the news. Joseph Parker gets rid of Kevin Berry, hires Andy Lee in preparation for his fight with Derek Chisora, which is being targeted for May the 1st. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you think of this trainer switch? How much can it improve Joseph Parker? Does it really make a difference in your opinion? Let me know all that in the comments down below. Make sure you take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.